I'm giving the next person, whoever they be.
I have a very interesting shaped object.
What does that mean? Pour moi, ils ont un sens.
It's a reminder to focus on the smaller things around you as well.
A bottle of ink.
Oh, it's ink.
I think I never forget this experience.
Work, but I love my work.
It's hard, it's rough, but beautiful.
And I took it everywhere.
This will be a great gift.
Wow, beautiful.
To write notes instead of using my phone.
To strip it of its uses that keep me enchanted as a slave under hypnosis.
Reconnecting.
To keep dreaming.
Storms don't.
The width of it, it's a year that passed.
That's
millions of years ago.
I'm hoping that this can cheer someone up.
Warn them though that I am completely aware that they're gonna read this and think, what a crazy person.
I love the fact that a picture has like a whole story behind it.
An object is important to someone because of the relation you have with it.
Hello and welcome to the project Imprints, or Imprints in French, which can refer to leaving or keeping a trace, our fingerprints and how unique we are, the carbon footprint and our impact in the environment, or borrowing something. I travel across North America from east to west and northwest to south, connecting to the nature and meeting inspiring people to create connections and artistic creation from those encounters. I'm also passionate about photography, and if you want to support this project, I'm selling pictures from this and other travels, which you can receive printed in different sizes and formats. The link is in the description and on the website. And before continuing, I would also like to thank so much everyone who participates and supports me in this beautiful adventure. For this project, I invite people to choose a meaningful object that they would like to share. I travel with it, photograph it in the landscape I traverse, and then give it to the next person I meet. I'll create a photo book with this picture and the portrait of these people, accompanied by a recording of the exchange that you will hear now, discovering together another amazing person and object. Hello Bastien.
Hello Lucy.
I'm really happy to meet you and that you will be part of the project. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you the object, which is
Damn, a squirrel in the middle.
Yeah, and it's from an artist called Yvan, and he made that with upcycling top material.
Yeah.
And he's living in Quebec, in Ottawa, and like there's a lot of squirrel there, and that's what he makes. With.
It's cool that there are a lot of grey squirrel, and as it's made in metal, is grey. So yeah, that's a good callback to Quebec and Ontario and all these very filled with squirrel cities. So that's so cute. I like the looks of it. The homemade.
And you can also this is made so you can plant it in the garden, and it won't it will stay.
Do that.
Yeah, actually, it will be a good memory because you're from France, but you went 2 years, I think, in Gaspé.
Yeah, I spent 2 years in Gaspé, and now that I'm moving to BC, it's a good call back to Quebec. And actually, the part between the tail and the body of the squirrel made me think or recall to the Labradorian Peninsula and the Saint Laurent River passing through. It's a good callback, or I can say the same with the head of the squirrel being the northern coast of Quebec, and his little hands being Gaspésia. So where I started driving 6 days ago.
Yeah.
No, and maybe local time. No, not yet 7 days, but
And so actually, this squirrel was hitchhiking with us and made the road with us.
One of those famous hitchhikers, that's great. So, now I guess I'll have to show you what I have for you.
Yeah, I would love to.
Well, it's not quite an object.
Okay.
It's something that you already know. Something I want you to pass on to the next one. I really would like to know how we would feel about this piece of wood that's been fossilized and been waiting around for millions of years before someone sees it and maybe takes it in his pocket to pursue its adventure on Earth. So that's the object I want to give you. This piece of fossilized wood, that we picked together.
We passed through the Roosevelt National Park and we walked through this fossil forest.
A piece of the petrified forest. I want it to be passed on as I have a good thing. I have another piece for me to keep as a souvenir, but
that's so great. And I think it's also great that it's come from you because you're like so passionate about forests and trees and you study forestry and you're gonna work there in BC. So
and we've already discussed between us about the significance of such a piece of rock. That it's not just a piece of rock. It's a piece of a tree that was alive millions of years ago. We can speak about all trees here on Earth and their importance, their significance for certain people, and their importance for the health of forest and earth ecosystems. But this is another kind of old. And, it's great. It's a good piece to me because we can see all the stripes, all the lines, the tubes where the sap once ran into, and it's actually one or maybe two, but it's the width of it's really a plate, and it's as thick as a I don't know the right word in English, but a growth ring. The ring
that's we can see the age of the tree.
That's a year. the width of it's a year that passed.
That's
millions of years ago.
Wow.
Yes.
And do you want to share with us why, where does your passion for forest and this, why you decided to study that and to work in that?
Absolutely. It's a story that began far from forest as about 10 years ago I began to be very passionate about astronomy and the study of other planets. And with that came a great self discovery about how loving and getting passionate and interested about those other planets made me more in love with our own world. And I figured out that my priorities at that time were not to spend my life in the city studying planetology, to be more specific, but astronomy, and passing all my days in an office or indoors in a city, and I decided to spend my youth, let's say, to do something more impactful on the earth, something that could have some consequences, some positive consequences on the well-being of our planet, because it's the most important thing and precious thing in the universe. And I picked forestry because in the same way as in astronomy and space exploration, you're working on something that will bear fruit many years after you've begun to work on it. And when a tree is planted, it will take generations of forester to accompany its growth and be sure that the nature is respected, and it takes some very passionate and caring foresters to be sure that the well-being of the forests are assured. And it's such a critical thing, the forests, to preserve and cherish and make sure that we have a sustainable way of working with them. So it's kind of full circle. When in astronomy we're always talking in millions and billions of years, and in forestry, it may be about 10 or hundreds of years, but in your hands, to be more precise, there is a piece of wood that is millions of years old. That's
like
also a little
crazy.
part of our
Thank you for sharing. So inspiring and so nice to realize how important is it to do this kind of work you do. And it's really fun to compare both of the objects you receive and this, because both are like about trees and nature, and both are like not the same with the same time slot, but it's like transformation of the material that's changed, like between upcycling.
It's a living thing, but in a solid form, one to the hands of somebody, one to the hands of Mother Nature, let's say.
Yeah, like it's like a living in solid, and this was living in.
Absolutely. So
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much.
I had the initially when you presented me this project, I picked something before we even met, and of course, this piece of we have spent more than a week on the road. We've passed through this national park, the Theodore Roosevelt National Park, the Petrified Forest, and this piece became so significant that I wanted to be passed on. But the object it's great. But the object I wanted initially to pass on is a simple spruce cone. Okay, so it's very simple, very common. You can find that a bit of everywhere. But the meaning of it is that it's not only the looks. An object is important to someone because of the relation we have with it. And this is a cone that I picked on a beach in New Brunswick in the day of April 8th of 2024, which is the day that a solar eclipse crossed the entirety of Northern America. And that's something that we picked where we with friends we picked it where we parked our car, and we would play along and put it in each other's pocket all day long. We would hit it in somebody's pocket, in somebody's jacket, and it followed us through the entire day through the eclipse. We had it with us during the eclipse. It was with us. We could see it. I remember seeing it on the beach during the several hours that we spent there. This supernatural event, and very, very meaningful. And
because it was also like a full eclipse.
Total eclipse, 3 minutes of it, and it was. If anybody has the occasion to see that, it's one of the most mind-blowing thing in the world. And it even when we picked it, it was still closed. It opened. Now it's open, and there is a beauty in it. I spent many minutes just looking at it, the art of it, of each scales. I don't know how to call them, but each scales within the cone, or how they are aligned, and because of the events of the the time when I picked it, because of this relation with this subject, I paid much more attention to it, and so yeah, that's a bit of the meaning behind it.
Yeah, it's even more beautiful to look at it, hearing that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for both of the objects and sharing all those stories.
Yeah, and thank you to do this project. It binds people and the kilometers too. Space also. It's great.
Yeah, so this, I forgot the name in English.
A cone. It's a spruce. Yeah, it came from a spruce, but yeah.
So it traveled from New Brunswick until the West US, so where we are now, and have been during the eclipse. So it's a really powerful.
Yes.
Thank you.